with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today.
6:30, let us say good morning, Tennessee Valley. So glad you're tuned in to Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today. I'm Latrice Curry.
And I'm John Martin. Today is Monday, February 6, 2017. We'll check in with David Carnes for a look at today's forecast in just a minute. But first, what's a taxidermy display doing in a pawn shop? Ooh, some unusual but interesting stuff. We'll have that in 3 in your town coming up in just a little bit. Polar bear. They got a polar bear in there. They got a walrus in that place.
You never know what you'll find in a pawn shop there, right?
Yeah, air conditioners, walrus, whatever. They got the whole thing.
Hey,
we have some fog out there also. Pretty dense in some spots. Northeast of town, it's going to be a tricky commute in for you, so be aware of that. Maybe a little of that coming down into the valley also. And a cool start, 42 Chattanooga, 40 in Cleveland, 37 in Dalton. We can certainly handle that. Grab the coat in Murphy. You are at 28 right now. And our live Doppler radar Channel 3 Storm Alert Viper showing that boundary kind of lifting up that rain toward the Tennessee Valley. I think late morning into the early afternoon, we'll see some of that rain moving through. Still, we'll manage highs in the mid to upper 50s, topping out at 57 in Chattanooga. It'll stay in the 50s as the rains taper off this evening into tonight. Thunderstorms on the way tomorrow. We'll have details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, David. Well, some school closings to tell you about this morning due to illnesses, not weather. Ray County, Van Buren County, and Sweetwater City schools will all be out today and also Tuesday due to so many students and teachers being sick. Now, Ray County officials say schools will be closed because of the flu and stomach virus. Officials say the flu virus is moving quickly south from the counties highlighted on your screen.
All right, well, the other big news, Super Bowl. Tough loss for the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons were ahead the entire first half, and then the largest comeback in Super Bowl history, and the Patriots won 34-28.
Yeah, here's a quick look at some Atlanta fans reacting to that tough loss from our news partners at 11 a.m. Alive. It was the first Super Bowl in NFL history to be decided in overtime. For more on the Falcons, let's bring in Channel 3's Tim Pham, who is live in Atlanta this morning. And Tim, one way we know that Atlanta is a city that did not win is because it is very quiet there this morning. Good morning.
It is very quiet. This isn't the live shot we thought it was going to be when we planned to come down here. But, John, as you mentioned, things look so good for Falcons fans up until the first half. At the end of the first half, things were looking fine, and then things started to crumble. And now this one is really going to sting for this city and the Falcon Nation. This was a lot of people hoping was just a dream. A lot of people waking up just wondering what happened. And what seemed to be was going to be a historic victory turned out to not go as planned. Now, this is a big win, though, historic win for the Patriots. On the other hand, this is their 5th win, and a lot of people saying it's the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. And while many Falcons fans are disheartened, many on social media have not let the defeat faze them or their love for the Falcons, many tweeting out words of encouragement to the team and fellow fans, letting them know that they will rise up after this tough loss. And while it might be tough to find the silver lining in all of this, they do have a new stadium to look forward to. As we've been saying, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium will open for the next season in August this year for the Falcons to enjoy. It's also the home for the Super Bowl 52 this time next year, and they're hoping for obviously a different outcome. This is a $1.5 billion stadium, state-of-the-art facility here. We do have some pictures on our website, WRCBTV.com, but we're about to head to the airport. We're hearing reports that the team should land any moment now within the next couple of hours, and we hope to get some reaction from the team and fans showing support at the airport. So we'll bring you a live report coming up here in about a half an hour. Reporting live in Atlanta, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And at 6:30, you might beat the rush hour traffic in Atlanta.
Yes,
so yeah.
If you head to the airport right now. All right, thanks, Tim Pham.
Yeah.
Well, a traffic alert for you this morning. There's been a crash on Bonnie Oaks at Jersey Pike.
Yeah, you'll want to avoid Bonnie Oaks area. Officials don't know exactly when that area will reopen. For more on this, let's go to Channel 3's Michelle Herron, who is on the scene to give us more details on this. Michelle, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Even if you use Jersey Pike, it's shut down in both directions as well. Let's give you a live look at why. I actually just got some updated information from police. They're out here scanning this area. That's because one person died in this crash. Another person was taken to the hospital. It involved 2 cars. Now, we do know that the person taken to the hospital is expected to be okay this morning, but this scanning that they're doing, it takes a couple minutes to do every single scan, but that's a way that they can get a lot of measurements, they can get a lot of evidence, and it really helps police here piece together and literally reconstruct crashes like these. Now, we don't know any of the names, and we also don't know obviously who is at fault, but what's going to impact you this morning is the fact that both of these roads are shut down. So we're going to keep you guys updated. No idea when they'll be back open. So the fact that this is happening at this time, I can see cars in all directions that are backed up because they're having to turn around and find an alternate route. So if you drive through this area, I wouldn't even try it. I would just go a different way if you can, or if you can put your plans off a little bit later. But we'll keep you guys updated on air and online for when this road reopens. For now, reporting live in Chattanooga, I'm Michelle Herron, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Michelle, thanks so much for that report, and also good update for people who use that area who'll need to plan accordingly. All right, thanks, Michelle. East Tennessee, home to a lot of unique places and characters.
Yeah, but there's also companies that are on the wild side. In today's 3 in Your Town, we head to McMinn County for a store that isn't just a legend, it's for real.
We sell guns, we sell air conditioners, jewelry, a little bit of everything is the best part of this place.
U.S. Money Pawn in Athens is a very unique store. You can come by to exercise your constitutional right to bear arms, or simply come by to check out their taxidermy bear arms.
Well, there's a lot going on in here. We get reactions from good to bad, of course, but overall it's an exciting place to be for a customer or an employee.
Yes, in addition to instruments, tools, DVDs, U.S. Money Pawn touts itself as the 3rd largest taxidermy showcase. These pieces were inherited from the previous owner, much to the delight of the current employees.
When we purchased the place, I was excited. I was like, are we getting the animals? That was my first question.
There's not one wall that you won't look at that you won't find something interesting to look at, so that's always a fun thing.
It's also an educational opportunity.
Some of them even I had to ask, what exactly is that? You know, they come from across seas.
But let's address the elephant in the room. Is this kind of strange to anyone?
No, not really. Not really. Because, I mean, you know, I grew up, you know, hunting and fishing and everything, so it's not really bizarre.
It's really hard to pinpoint what my favorite thing is. Obviously, the elephant in the room brings up a lot of conversations, so does the giraffe in the corner.
So is this animal artistic approach to decoration an inspiration to these employees?
No. I just want to, I kill the deer, I eat the deer. That's it.
These animals are not for sale, but they are free to enjoy. However, that doesn't mean you're walking out of this building without something.
Our biggest rule is no one leaves empty-handed. So they may be stopping in to check out the animals, but they're going to leave with items in their hands. Shovel, air conditioner, and a gun kit. Just best of all worlds.
Right across from McMinn County High School, you can see the world
Right
in
there.
one store.
Well, coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News today, we're going to have a look at your top business headlines as we head out to Wall Street. Find out why some of those Super Bowl ads may mean bigger bills for some Amazon customers.
All right, first though, here's a look at what's coming up on the Today Show with Kelly O'Donnell.
Good morning. New comments from President Trump about Vladimir Putin are putting the president at odds with some Republicans. Today, Mr. Trump leaves from his Palm Beach, Florida home, heading to Tampa to visit U.S. Central Command. It comes at a time when President Trump says his policy is about securing the country, but that disputed travel ban is tied up in the courts. Stay tuned for the latest on Today.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by CHI Memorial's Mary Ellen Locher Press Center. We offer a full spectrum of clinical and support services. For an exam, call 423-495-4040.
Okay, before we get to the forecast real quick, I need to fess up. For those of you mourning the Atlanta Falcons loss, it may be my fault, and I'll tell you why. So I'm tweeting during the game last night, on Facebook also. And on Facebook, this is like right around the end of the second quarter, right before the half. And I took a picture of Brady right after he had like an interception or something like that. And then I put, baby go wah. And it was right after that when they kind of turned things around. So Tom Brady, maybe he was reading my Facebook page in between. David Carnes. So my apologies for the
most influential
Falcons.
man in the world.
Baby go wah. Fog detector, David go wah. A lot of fog on the outlying areas from Altamont over to Athens, eastern Bradley County and up into the Blue Ridge, getting some good fog also. It's going to be mild today in the 50s. We'll have some showers popping up late morning into the early afternoon. Some storms on Tuesday. We'll watch for the potential of severe weather on Tuesday. And then it's going to be warm with a high of 70 and showers on Wednesday night. Well, let's take you through severe weather risk for Tuesday. We're going to start there. A slight risk indicated by the yellow shading from Chattanooga to Nashville over into Memphis. Heavy rain, strong winds, and small hail will be the biggest threats that we have from the storms moving through. The tornado risk is pretty much non-existent, but we, of course, will keep an eye on things. 42 Chattanooga, 41 in Cleveland. These are your current temperatures, and it's maybe a light jacket weather, a bit of a heavier coat if you're heading up toward Murphy. It's 28 degrees there as we move through. Here is the area of showers to our southwest. That is going to be lifting to the northeast through the Tennessee Valley as we move through the late morning and into the afternoon. Over the next few days to start out the week, we'll have about a half an inch to an inch of rain falling. Some of that moving through again late morning, early afternoon today, and then we'll see it beginning to taper off and clear out tonight. Here comes that line of storms moving through right around drive time for your commute tomorrow afternoon. And again, slight risk of some of those storms becoming severe, producing heavy rain and gusty winds. We'll move on into Wednesday. Not much of a chance of any significant rain until this boundary begins to slide through on Wednesday night into the overnight hours of Thursday morning. And then after that, we'll see it clearing out and cooling down for Thursday. For today, though, looking at a high of 57, cloudy, mild, some rain showers here and there. Tonight, we'll drop down to 49 for the overnight low. Pretty mild start to the day on Tuesday, mostly cloudy, and then warm on Tuesday, 63 with those storms moving in late in the day. A few showers late Wednesday night after a whopping high of 70 degrees, and then cool and dry Thursday into Friday morning, 49 the high Thursday. Friday morning, 29 degrees for the low, and then we'll get back up to 70 by Sunday. Here's your up-to-date traffic. For that, we head over to John.
David, thank you very much. 6:46 on this Monday morning. Got a big accident to tell you about this morning as we're taking a look at 24 at the Welcome Center. Bonnie Oaks, there is a report of a crash at Jersey Pike. Michelle Herron has been out there. There is one confirmed death and another has been transported with non-life-threatening injuries. But Bonnie Oaks, Jersey Pike, that whole intersection is shut down. So seek an alternate route if that is where you're headed out this morning. Now here's Latrice with a look at today's business headlines. Good morning, Latrice.
Good morning, John. Thanks so much. Well, ads at the big game might lead to bigger bills for some Amazon customers. Plus, what does the Pats win mean for Wall Street? CNBC's Landon Dowdy has a look at the day ahead in your business news.
Wall Street looks to build on Friday's gains following the better-than-expected U.S. jobs report. The Dow had its best day of the year. Oil prices are rising today on concerns new U.S. sanctions on Iran could affect supplies. The markets could still trade on earnings this week as we get results from the likes of GM, Disney, and Coke. On Friday, the Dow rose 186 points to 20,071. The Nasdaq added 30 to 5666. And Wall Street may not be so happy the Patriots won the Super Bowl because it could mean a down year for the markets. The Super Bowl indicator says when an AFC team wins the big game, stocks fall. When an NFC team wins, they rise. The indicator has been right 40 of the past 50 years. That is an 80% success rate. And Google Home has a very fine-tuned ear. Several people reported on social media when Google's ads ran during the Super Bowl, their device perked up a little bit confused, saying things like, "I'm sorry, something went wrong." Last month, a TV news broadcast set off Amazon's Alexa devices. With your CNBC Morning Business Report, I'm Landon Dowdy.
Well, the deadline to register to vote in the Chattanooga election is today. There are 4 candidates for mayor, and 6 of the 9 city council members will be decided. 3 are running unchallenged.
Well, if you didn't like the outcome of the game, there's something most folks will agree on. Actually, Lady Gaga delivered a mic drop worthy performance during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Did enjoy the halftime show. The entertainer wowed the crowd, leaping onto the stage from the rooftop of the NRG Stadium in Houston. And that was just the beginning of a high-energy, non-stop, action-packed performance, which ended with Lady Gaga, yep, you guessed it, dropping the mic and jumping from the stage. And she also caught a football.
She caught the ball.
She caught the ball, too.
She had better hands than Edelman in the first half of that game.
Maybe she only could have helped Atlanta at the end, right, with that catch.
Right? Well, it was a presidential start to the Super Bowl. Former President George H.W. Bush, along with his wife Barbara, were brought to midfield for the ceremonial coin toss. Former President Bush was released from the hospital last week after battling pneumonia. Took a long time for him to get out there, obviously, you know. Yeah. But standing ovation, all the players seemed to.
I love this shot right here. You're seeing it because it was just one of those that sent chills through you. Man. And all of the Falcons players, you can tell, and the New England Patriots are all just, you know, like this is such an honor to have him here and to have the former First Lady here as well. So.
And I think
that was a really nice moment.
And the Falcons, I think, actually still won the popular vote, so they can seek solace in that.
Not the electoral, but the popular for the Falcons.
Which means something anymore. I don't know. 6:53 coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News today. Your top local headlines before you head out the door.
But first, David.
Hey guys. Pretty
As
nice.
he skips in.
I know. Skip in.
Walk like a man in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We don't want to say David skipped. Okay.
Weather forecast right after this, including some rain, maybe even a thunderstorm here and there. Slithered in.
It's like Phoebe
slithered.
when
Okay,
she
he
runs.
didn't.
We're back right after this.
This is how David moves.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News Traffic, sponsored by the Allergy and Asthma Group of Galen, helping patients get relief from their allergies and asthma for over 30 years. 5 locations. Call today and get relief.
All right, it is 6:57 on your Monday morning. You're taking a live look 24 at the Welcome Center. There's no traffic accidents on the interstates that are going to slow you down, but we do have a report of a very serious accident at Bonnie Oaks Drive and Jersey Pike. That's where we find Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Herron live on location. Michelle, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. This area has been shut down for coming up on 5 hours now. Let's show you why. This crash here at Bonnie Oaks and Jersey Pike happened around 2 o'clock this morning. One person was killed, the other person taken to the hospital. We are told that they are expected to be okay this morning, but this is going to impact you if you drive through this area. Both Bonnie Oaks and Jersey Pike shut down, and we're seeing lots and lots of people being rerouted. So if you use this area to get to wherever you need to go this morning, I would just tell you don't even try it, because you're just going to get tied up in traffic. Unclear when this will be back open this morning, but we're tracking everything for you, and we'll be sure to let you know as soon as we know. For now, I'm Michelle Herron. Now let's toss it over to Tim Pham, who's live in Atlanta.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. That's right. We are here in Atlanta. We just arrived to the airport where the team is expected to land any moment now in the next hour or so, and we hope to get caught up with the team and fans who are showing up to show support for their team after a very tough loss at Super Bowl 51 in Houston. We hope to bring you an update a little bit later today on air and online. Stay with Channel 3 for complete coverage, post-Super Bowl coverage, right here on Channel 3. Reporting live in Atlanta, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks so much, Tim and Michelle, for those live reports today. And a big thank you to everyone behind the scenes. If you are headed to work, make sure you take us with you in the WRCB app. And you can also make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
All right, I'm John Martin. That's Latrice Curry for David Carnes, who we'll hear from a little bit later. Have a happy Monday, everyone.